Peace, family. I got a question for my people, man. Street politics, street rules, the G code. First, do you think most people that you done met that supposed to be in that environment, do you think that they live by this code?
No. Nope.
Do you think that this code should be respected?
Definitely should be respected.
Definitely.
And it's not one code. You should be saying codes.
Explain.
I mean, you must be talking about one code, right?
I mean, I'm taking it, just putting it in a bucket. There's levels to it. When I used to be up north, somebody might jump out the window just about their name. Somebody disrespecting their name. certain levels of shit that, you know, and it's levels of shit depending on where you at, how you gotta move. But mainly I'm just speaking to like the you should take the fall and say nothing.
So you talking about snitching?
It could be with snitching. It could be snitching. It could be you trusting people to hold down in your absence what I think a lot of people pretend that they'll hold down in your absence. Putting money on your books, looking after your seed a little bit without trying to put another seed in your baby mama.
I think that's the wrong interpretation.
What do you call the G code to you?
G code?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what the G code is.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? And I understand this is licensed and insured by me, so don't take my shit.
Okay.
The G code is say nothing, hear nothing, mouth closed.
Word. So, is that every situation?
See nothing, I hear nothing, mouth closed. Give me any scenario.
Guys,
and I'm gonna stick to the code.
Listen, I'm finna get you. Know I'm finna get to you. You outside playing with your son, your hypothetical son, nephew, any loved one, and I want them to be of a small age or elderly age, right? Something that you feel you need to protect a little more than, you know.
Yeah.
Some guys ride by, just so happen, they decide they're gonna fire this house up. Old lady get hit, and they keep giving it up as they keep going by, and y'all get down, but you know it, and sometimes you hear them things whiz and bash your head. Yeah. So you in that space too, which means that you know you and this loved one was also possibly in danger, and it wasn't your thing.
Yeah.
How do you react? Why do you have to see nothing, say nothing in that event?
All right, so let's break down what it is.
All right.
This code that you're speaking of, what does the G stand for?
Oh no, tell me.
Gangster. That's the gangster code. If you ain't a gangster, you can't live by the code. First off.
Okay. I get that. And we had that conversation.
Yeah,
civilians ain't snitching. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So it's like this right here. If somebody came by and they were shooting, and the officer asked me what was going on, I don't know what happened. I had to make sure my son was straight. But if somebody was to claim that shooting, by all right, I can handle the business.
And when you say claim it, you mean like you just hear through the streets like, yeah, man, such and such, or those whatever boys, or.
I mean, if you're that type of G, if you're that type of gangster. But you know, if the real nigga gangsters, anybody that he had problem with, gonna catch it after that. I don't care if I bumped into you on the street, on the stop.
Okay, so okay. So let's stop right there. To you, is that logical?
Is that logical?
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day,
because let's rewind what happened now. Because somebody lit this block up and did what they did, and you almost caught something that wasn't meant for you. Grace of God, you made it through whatever you give credit to, right? One part of it is you saying nothing. Okay, I can understand that because you could be in danger. It's a lot of angles to that.
Yeah.
But the fact that a G might go out and just give it to anybody who he already had problems with sounds like he just jumped out the frying pan into the fire.
How do you know that wasn't for you? How you know they just shot up the wrong guy?
It's possible.
It's
No.
When you on the other side of that gun, that's the first thing that comes through. Who would do some shit like that? This old lady has nothing going on.
I want to say most time they come into the right crib.
So
they might hit some innocent people in that crib.
So they just came by and just shot the random ass house up.
Nah, you don't even know what it's for. We never put that in cement. So it could have been you, but it might not have been you.
It might not have been you.
So I get what you're saying. You're saying because it could have been me, let me go ahead and eliminate every angle of pressure that could be coming for me. Okay, I get that, but why does it take that event for you to do that? If you already had that in your heart, I feel like why even leave the threat out there? You should have been already pursuing that threat.
It might not have been big enough.
And now you feel like, okay.
Now it's big enough.
okay.
Now it's big enough.
Okay.
Bro, I ain't had nothing to do with that shit. It was such and such around the corner. Someday gonna start to talking when the shit get to sparking.
So people gonna want to avoid the misunderstanding.
They gonna avoid the misunderstanding
at that point. Yeah,
and if you're doing the right pressure and you moving the right accordingly, the police gonna pull you out and they gonna tell you, look, we got this shit.
Yeah.
Calm the fuck down.
I saw that before.
Calm your people down.
I saw that before.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Once again.
But at the same time, at that point, do you fall back just a little? Or do you apply more pressure?
Like, if you had to live the business and you do it right, let's say it's 5 people that you could think of off the top of your head and you do the same type of business that it came on to you and you feel like you straight, you know what I'm saying? It's whatever. But at the end of the day, it's like this right here. If you moving towards the code, you're gonna stick towards the code. No matter if you're on the other side of the gun.
I got a question for you. If you got 5 people that you can think of that might want to do you this dirty and don't care who in this house and don't care who catch these things, then what level of piece of shit are you probably? I mean, what are you doing to people? Or does it have to be that?
It don't have to be that. It don't have
Is
to
it
be
that a lot of times though?
No, it's never like that around.
It's never like that?
I'm not gonna say it's never like that, but
Okay,
I'm never gonna throw never in there. What I'm gonna say is as a person and you handling business out here, you know what it is and what it ain't. Now if you're moving green, blind sheep, you might not know. Of course. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you might not know.
I get that. But I got one issue. I just got one issue. I apologize for cutting you off. Okay. I don't think you get to call it business.
What the reason why I call it
business? I mean, business is handled smoothly. Exactly. Business don't normally come with that.
This is what I'm saying. Business is anything with an assigned plan, with an assigned mission, with a special agenda.
Yeah, that clears certain profit margins and et cetera.
What I'm saying is,
is a gangster and a businessman 2 different things?
A gangster and a businessman,
and even in that lifestyle, like
it's like this.
Or should it be 2 different things?
Is a gangster and a businessman 2 different things? Look, a businessman is an act. Business is an act. Gangster is what you are. All right?
Gangster's the action.
No. Gangster is the classification. Business is the action. You see what I'm saying? Look at this. Bitch ass niggas can handle business too.
Yeah.
Snitches can do business too. But a gangster can also handle business. A real nigga.
Is a gangster gonna handle business in the most efficient way?
A gangster gonna handle business.
Everybody knows the bodies. The bodies is what bring the cops, the violence,
a gangster doesn't even have to necessarily bring negative attraction. A gangster is just going against what a regular social people would think of and going against the norm.
He in that way he goes against the grain, and he could just be the type that ain't quick to back. There's levels to it.
Yeah,
that's he can be a monster, but he ain't got to be a monster.
You can be a blue collar.
He ain't got to be a
you
monster.
can be a blue collar gangster.
Them the gangsters.
You can be a blue collar gangster.
Yeah, yeah.
You handle
I'm
the business.
I'm fucking with that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're going against the grain. You know what I'm? If you could be a person just going out here handling business, but you learned it from a street way, and then got into a corporate. He handled shit gangster.
Yeah. He ran up on you like you know that contract with some bullshit.
Yeah, a gangster is just a human that stands on principles. His principles. It doesn't matter how it's gonna come to him. He's gonna stand on them principles no matter what.
Yeah, but that's painting gangster with a wide brush. Cause I grew up around a bunch of strong men who stood on their morals, and you didn't play with them, especially at their house or with their family. There's a lot of things you knew you didn't do. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if I want to call them gangsters.
Look at this. When I say gangster, you go by certain laws and principles. No matter what, it's not going to turn you. Once you go against that law and principle, you are no longer a gangster.
I don't know about that.
Look, you can be a gangster. You can handle business all of your motherfucking life. You snitch on one nigga.
Nah, now you being specific when you said snitching.
Yeah,
you being specific.
We're being
but
specific.
Before that, pronounce it right, because I'm dirty South.
Yeah.
But before that,
yeah,
you said you can't change that stance, and that's a dangerous thing to say, because upon new information, you always should be allowed to change your stance. But now when you put it like that, no, I get what you're saying, because you seen. Yeah. We was going. I see.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, look at this. Let's talk about colors. All right. Once you are solid red or solid yellow, you're solid yellow. You are yellow. But when you do some blue shit, now you're green.
This guy. I told you he's a little different. I told you he's a little different.
You hear me? You can't tell me he's still yellow. He did some blue shit.
That's some blue shit, nigga.
So now he's green.
Yeah. He got to stay there.
Yeah,
he has to stay there.
He's got to stay there. He's out of that classification.
Yeah, he got to stay. Or go to a worse category.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he does some blue shit.
Yeah, he did some blue shit. Once it gets tainted, it's over. That's like water. Once you put the blood in water, once you put oil in the water, it's not water no more.
Yo. Man, that's all we do all day, man. Just enjoy life, man. Y'all be safe out there, man. Enjoy the rest of your morning.
Stay safe.